Welcome to This Week, Those Books, and I'm Michael Macy. The big story this week is that Black Friday is upon us and it's global. With some estimates counting roughly 130 countries engaged in the world's biggest secular festival, the act of shopping. In Bangladesh, it's Fatafati, or Awesome Friday, and in Costa Rica, Viernes Negro. But almost everywhere else, from Austria to India, Slovenia to South Africa, Black Friday is exactly that. It's an orgy of buying and selling. This year, U.S. retail sales could be a record-breaking $75 billion over the weekend starting November 29th. The UK is set to spend £7.1 billion. The books for this week include the book that shows Black Friday's link to the increasing commercialization of Christmas, and a cult novel that became a movie that says that greed is good, kinda. The backstory. Black Friday started in the U.S. in the 1960s. It's linked to feverish pre-Christmas shopping after the American holiday of Thanksgiving, which is always the fourth Thursday of November. When Black Friday became a marker of America's so-called Christmas creep, i.e. crass commercialization many weeks ahead of December 25th, large swaths of the world adopted as an excuse for binge shopping and big discount sales. But in some countries, Black Friday can mean something quite different. In Myanmar, it refers to a massacre that occurred on May 30th, 2003. This week's first book is Black Friday and the Christmas Creep, The Commercialization of Christmas by Carl Ammons. This book stands alone. It's the one read that actually speaks to what is indisputable about Black Friday. An attempt to get you Christmas shopping in November and thereby ring up sales and profits several weeks ahead of the big holiday season. The book notes some interesting detail on the hype over Black Friday. The author points out that the news media has long described it as the busiest shopping day of the year, but adds that this was not always true, especially from 1993 to 2001, when the last Saturday before Christmas usually took first place. The author says the earliest known usage of Black Friday as a post-Thanksgiving shopping day appears in the December 1st, 1961 issue of an American paper, the Shortsville Manchester Enterprise. However, the term was slow to penetrate the cultural consciousness, with the Philadelphia Inquirer reporting as late as 1985 that retailers in Cincinnati and Los Angeles were unaware of Black Friday. He notes that in 19th century America, the term Black Friday was associated with the financial crisis of 1869. More in tune with today, he also points to the spreading Black Friday shopping craze from Canada through to Mexico, India, Panama, and further afield. Our second book is Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. Chick lit? Yes, a kind of Bridget Jones' Diary for shopaholics and financial journalists. The heroine, Rebecca Becky Bloomwood, is gormless but knowing. She knows financial bullshit. Heck, she indulges in it herself. And yet here's the twist in the tale. Becky is a financial journalist paid, as she says, to tell other people how to organize their money. But she doesn't live that life nor believe in it. She knows the value of things, high-fashion designer clothes, for example, but doesn't acknowledge the limits of her means. Routinely maxing out her credit card on frivolous buys, she gets to a bad place, things come to a head, and Becky providentially ends up just fine. Until we get there, though, she might be the one for whom Black Friday was designed. Choice quotes. I honestly feel as though I've run an obstacle course to get here. In fact, I think they should list shopping as a cardiovascular activity. My heart never beats as fast as it does when I see a reduced by 50% sign. That moment, that instant when your fingers curl around the handles of a shiny, uncreased bag and all the gorgeous new things inside it become yours. What's it like? It's like going hungry for days, then cramming your mouth full of warm buttered toast. It's like waking up and realizing it's the weekend. It's like the better moments of sex. Everything else is blocked out of your mind. It's pure selfish pleasure. Almost reverentially, I lift up the scarf. It's beautiful. It's even more beautiful here than it was in the shop. I drape it around my neck and grin stupidly at Suze. Oh, Beck, she murmurs, it's gorgeous. For a moment, we are both silent. It's though we're communing with a higher being, the God of shopping. I hope you find this week those books thoughtful and a conversation starter. Support from readers like you helps keep this news literacy project going. We now have more than 10,000 subscribers in 117 countries. Please consider supporting us by investing in a paid membership. If for whatever reason it's not possible for you to upgrade to paid, email This Week Those Books at substack.com and we'll give you full access, no questions asked. See you next week.